fine hooligans. Today has not gone as planned. Let me tell you that much. But can't stress it out too much. Things are out of my control. I have to accept that and keep rolling. Make things work to the best that I can. I'm doing a lot of motions with my hands for no reason. So, little video, obviously. Another little installment, I guess we could say, of the yourself videos. Today, it's going to be treat yourself. Now, a lot of folks don't, I don't know, I guess you don't really think about this too often, where it's, you know, you've been saving your money up for whatever it might be, or you're just like, I'm going to save up, and if there's something I see that I like, I'll go for that. Or if you've just been doing well, you know what I mean? You've made progress in certain things, whatever it is. You can fill in the blank to like justify whatever reason. All I'm saying is you got to treat yourself once in a while, folks. You got to reward yourself for, you know, doing good or for whatever it is. It could be a whole amount of things. So, obviously, if you've been following the channel or me on social media, you know that I have gotten into pipe smoking lately. For one, I absolutely love it. I could go on for hours about it and learn as much as I could about it. But it's all one of those things where it's, you know, as a little treat to myself, you get a new little pipe. Pipes aren't always like super expensive. You can even go for like the really cheap ones. You can get like a $5 corn cob and then like fix it up, you know, give yourself a little project, because you can actually like modify certain things about pipes. Either way, not what we're talking about. But yeah, you got to treat yourself once in a while, folks. You've been doing good. You've been making progress with something, or you've been saving your money. You've been sticking to that budget. Go ahead and get yourself something, a little treat. You know what I mean? Give yourself a little something, a little treat. Just saying. It's one of those things, like, when you do that, it's not just you treating yourself and you're buying more stuff, excuse me. It's one of those things, like, you are getting in a way, it's like you are getting a physical reward, or whatever you want to call it, that triggers those things in your brain or up in your feel spots where you're like, okay, I did this. This was all me. Good job, me. Or it's like, I have been waiting to get this. I finally have it. Oh, I'm so happy. You know what I mean? Ooh, the lighting went crazy there. I don't know if it translated on screen, but I just looked at my little phone screen there, and it was whoo, all white. Exposure through the roof. That's the word I was looking for. Exposure. Anyway. Look. Treating yourself is also one of those things. A lot of people, you get excited, you buy something, and then you feel bad about it. When you you don't have a reason to feel bad about it. Excuse me. You don't have a reason to feel bad about it. That was your money that you worked for or that you saved up. You deserved it. You deserved a little something, little something treats. You know what I mean? Like, I struggle with this a lot. Buying stuff for myself or spending money on me, I always just end up going, whatever, just, like, I'll tell my lady, like, just get something for you and the kids. It's just something I've always struggled with, because I never want to feel like, you know, I'm putting the attention on me, or it's like, oh, this is my money. I get to spend it like on my thing, nothing for you. You know what I mean? For me, it works out in my mind where it's like, oh, you're being really selfish right now. But I was going to say that's not the case, but you know what? That is the case, because sometimes it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to have those moments where you go, no, I've earned this. This doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. This is for me, because this is what I want. This is what I work towards. This is what I set my mind towards. So I'm going to have it. I'm going to enjoy my little something treats. You know what I mean? You know, it's okay. It's the same thing. Like if somebody really enjoys cigars, Andrew, or if somebody really enjoys wine or anything. Somebody else around them might not enjoy those. Excuse me. They might not smoke cigars or drink wine or whiskey, whatever it could be. But for this person, it's like, okay, I'm going to go home tonight. I'm going to relax with a nice cigar. This isn't for anybody else. This is for me after the work I've done today or recently, after taking care of everybody else around me, whatever it might be, whatever fits in your situation. Treat yourself. You let yourself know, hey, you know, you're doing all right. You work, you set your goals, you're working towards something, and you did it. So now it's time to be a little selfish. Give yourself a little, you know, pat on the back. I also just realized I didn't turn my backlight on. Damn it. I just, you know, what can you do? I forgot my backlight. It's just totally threw my thought process off for a second. Either way, you gotta, you know, give yourself a little treat. Give yourself a little reward. And I know me saying like a little treat, a little reward, somebody will be like, I'm not a fucking dog, bro. Why do you gotta say it like that? I'm not a dog. But that's not what I mean. Like, giving yourself a treat or a reward doesn't mean you're giving yourself a fucking biscuit. Unless you want to get yourself some cookies. Fuck. There's times where I'm just like, you know what? I want to enjoy some Fudgios. I'm getting myself some Fudgios. And I got myself a little Fudgio. So you know what? If you want to take it as, oh, you're telling me to get a biscuit? Then yeah, go get yourself a couple biscuits. You know what I mean? Figure it out. Either way. You got to treat yourself. You can't beat yourself up all the time. A lot of the time when you're beating yourself up, you're lying to yourself. All that shit, it's our brains and our everything working against us. You got to stick to the path. You got to, if you set a goal, do everything you can to achieve that. When you get to that point of achieving that goal, if it means going out and you have to physically buy something or order something for yourself, whatever it is, remember, you have achieved all the other steps leading up to this point. It's time to be selfish. It's time to get something for yourself. You have come to the end of the mission. You don't fucking go in the temple and switch out, like just get to the end and you're like, oh, cool statue. Peace out, boys. No, you came here for the fucking golden statue. You do the switcheroo. You get away from the boulders, if there's any, and you make off. You know what I mean? I don't know. Look, as much as it's important to like take time and like really like, you know, think about the things that are going on with yourself and everything and try and the best you can to work through those and stuff. It's also important to remind yourself that you're doing okay. Or, hey, you've earned this. Have yourself a little treat. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah, I don't know. Something I wanted to throw out there. Let me know what you hooligans think. Just some thoughts, you know what I mean? Oh, as always, merch store, Patreons, down in the description. Appreciate you folks watching the video. I really, really do. Because, look, you folks could be watching a whole bunch of other stuff right now that's, you know, probably a better production quality than this. I'll admit it. But you watch this, and I appreciate you for it. So, mucho love, my fine hooligans. Mwah, 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 for you beautiful fat J's. All my quiet kids, freaks, and weirdos, for the love of everybody, treat yourself and keep being weird.